So maybe you've decided that you're not going to do a renovation project, you're not going to overseed, whether it's just too expensive, you don't have the time, or maybe you're just happy with where your lawn's at. It doesn't mean you get to take the fall off. In fact, there's one thing that you should be doing that's pretty important, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Pre-emergents. So right here, I've got Prodiamine 65WG. The WG stands for water dispersible granular. What you have in here is actually a bunch of yellow pellets, kind of like salt, you know, they're water soluble. And so you can actually take this and dump it into a tank of water and make a solution and spray it out on your lawn. Now, pre-emergents aren't really something that I've addressed on my channel yet. I talked a little bit about them in my How to Kill Weeds video and in the fact that we were actually using post-emergents once you actually see a weed come up. Specifically in the cool season zone, we have some kind of temperature triggers that happen around this time of year and in the springtime. Naturally, there are a bunch of weed seeds that exist in our soil. They can travel from rainwater down a street, through dandelions blowing through the air, all different kinds of ways. Whether you think you're being perfect with your lawn care routine or not, there are many ways that weed seeds can get into your yard. Now, those weed seeds, once they get down into your soil, need to germinate. And that's what those temperature triggers are all about. For instance, in the fall time, when your soil temperatures are falling to around 70 degrees, those are triggers for those seeds to germinate. And so we want to use a product like Prodiamine or dithiopyr to put a protective barrier in our soil so that once the temperature in the soil hits that sweet spot, that those weed seeds cannot sprout above the surface and take up space in our beautiful lawns. This, however, you cannot apply when you are doing a renovation or you're doing overseeding. Because it stops things from germinating and sprouting. And if you're doing one of those processes, you want those new grass seeds to sprout and germinate. And so that's why this is an important step for people who choose not to renovate or overseed. We need to get a pre-emergent down so that we can prevent those weeds from coming up and infiltrating our beautiful lawn that we're going to plan to keep this fall. So for me, I am going to be applying this pre-emergent to my main stage section of my lawn. I really don't feel the need to bore you guys with another how to mix something and put it in a backpack sprayer or anything like that. But I would recommend, if you are able to, or if you have a backpack sprayer, to use this product. It's very cost effective. This bottle, which looks small, costs like just over $20 on the Yard Mastery website, and I will have a link in the description where you can pick some of this up. And I'd pick it up fast because a lot of people are going to be buying this here with this time of year, and it's going to sell out just like Starter Furt and Stress Blend did. That's my prediction. You basically measure out the proper amount of pre-emergent, and you can do that on a scale, on a paper plate. That's the way I usually do it. Just dump out the proper amount. And then you fill up your backpack sprayer with water and you put these granules into that water. You mix it up really, really well so that it forms a suspension or a solution. And then you go and you spray it out on your lawn, and you have to water this down into the soil so that it can form that protective vapor barrier at the top layer of the soil. You don't want to drown your lawn after you put this on there, but make sure you put enough water on there so that it gets down into the soil, can form that barrier, and the weeds won't come up. If you do not use a backpack sprayer, you can also get this in a granular form, and Yard Mastery also sells that, which you just spread out across your lawn like you would a normal granular product, and then you water that in also. I prefer to go this route because it's more cost effective. I mean, I used this for my split applications in the spring, and I've only used maybe like a third of the bottle. So this should get me probably through to next fall, I would say. And it's only $20. So it's a good price. It's a good price. It's a good option. Another reason I like to use this is we're trying to form an even coat coating across your whole lawn, right? So an even coating, an even barrier, so none of those weeds can come up through that barrier. And when you have a granular product that you're spreading over your lawn, you're just broadcasting it out and then hoping that those granules will dissolve and kind of, overlap one another, kind of like sprinklers will, but you can't necessarily guarantee that with those granules. So I would prefer this approach because I know that when I go back and forth with my passes that I can overlap them just a little bit and get total coverage on my soil and total coverage from those weeds. So that's just my 2 cents, but to each their own. They're both products that both work and both give good results. This product you cannot put through an orthodilane spray. So please do not try to use an orthodilane spray in the place of a backpack sprayer. Don't do that. Either use this with a backpack sprayer or get the granular form. For me, I'm due for it right now. It's middle of August and our soil temperatures are already around 70 degrees. I've already got a reminder in my Yard Mastery app to let me know that I need to get this down. So I'm going to get this down as soon as I can. And that way we can protect from as many weeds as possible. You can mix this with some of the biostimulants. One of my favorite ones to mix with this is aerate. If you have any questions about pre-emergents, leave something in the comments for me. I'd be happy to address your comments and concerns. If you haven't downloaded the Yard Mastery app yet, highly recommend you to do so. They're making some awesome updates to it this year, and it comes with built-in reminders to let you know when you actually need to apply certain products, especially ones that are soil temperature dependent. It'll keep track of where you live based on your information and the soil temperatures in your area, and it'll give you a reminder and tell you when you're approaching a critical zone to actually apply a product like this. As always, I really appreciate you guys watching all my videos. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed. I really appreciate that. So if you guys like these videos that I've been putting out and you appreciate the content that I make, hitting that thumbs up button is a way that you can let me know that you appreciate that. So with that, I got some stuff to do out in the lawn. I need to cut the grass and I need to get this Prodiamine down. So I am going to go ahead and sign off. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Let me know. Just wanted to give you a quick tip on what you folks who are not overseeding and not doing renovations need to be on top of this fall. And it's not taking a break. There's still work to do. We gotta go. There's still more we gotta do. Stay woke, people. Stay woke on the grass. I'll see you later. See you in the next one.